His face is right there, on the front of the folder that tells the story of their daughter's time at nursery.
He wrote a large chunk of what's inside this, and we wanted to share it because it demonstrates how much is tainted by what he's done, how we remember her time at nursery. He was responsible for every element of her care when she was there, settling her to sleep during nap time, her intimate care, going to the toilet, comforting her when she was upset. As a parent, knowing those moments of vulnerability were looked over by a predator, I feel the innocence of her childhood is stolen.
Chan had over 1 million images on his devices, many showing him abusing young children in a primary school and then the Bright Horizons nursery on Finchley Road in North London. Among them, this couple's daughter.
On his devices, they found a whole load of images of our daughter, which were described to us as being very disturbing in nature. As a result, they considered her to be extremely high risk of also having been sexually abused.
He'd worked at the nursery for 7 years. Before that, he was secretly filming young students and adult colleagues at a primary school.
I, Vincent Chan, 2810 AT, hereby confirm that I'm guilty of all the things complained of in the disclosure document.
How do you feel about the videos I've told you so far?
No comment.
Do you recall those videos?
No comment.
He was sentenced to 18 years.
Every right-thinking person hearing about your offences would feel revulsion and disbelief. Your conduct was utterly wicked, perverse and depraved. You became a sexual predator and someone who had clearly lost all sense of moral compass.
1,200 families in North London have been told their children might have been exposed to this serial offender.
Whilst we've been able to speak to a number of families and provide them with clarity of what happened, tragic and absolutely disgusting behaviour by Chan, I still walk away with the unknown and being unable to actually speak to all families and provide them the clarity that their child was not subject to harm during Vincent Chan's care. All of those families that have had children go through that nursery setting or go through the primary school will be asking themselves the question, was my child a victim?
Do you have any feelings towards what he has done?
Obviously, we're totally sickened by his actions, and it's a real sense of despair that she was exposed to that. For us making a decision that millions of parents make every day to leave their children in the care of these professional organisations who have on the surface checks and balances and regulations to comply with. But this individual was so easily able to manipulate that system.
I feel absolutely let down by the hiring process and the fact that an existing offender was hired with rooms full of pre-verbal children who are literally sitting ducks behind closed doors with a sexual predator. I consider Bright Horizons responsible alongside Vincent Chan.
What would you like to see happen?
I would like to see a prosecution brought by the local authority.
Bright Horizons said their thoughts are with the families involved. Keeping children safe is our most important responsibility, they said. Vincent Chan broke that trust. His actions were depraved and devious and go against the kindness and care our dedicated professionals provide to children each day. The nursery chain said it's improved safeguarding, whistleblowing procedures and staff training. Parents say this must lead to systemic change in nurseries across the country.